much for calling me. It's no problem at all. I'm so happy to be here. Okay, so when you were on the phone, you mentioned that you're not feeling too great. That's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. You don't have to explain anything. I'm more than happy to be here with you and spend some time with you. I hope it's okay that I've turned up in my pajamas. Okay, right, you just get yourself cozy and I will take care of you for tonight, okay? Yep, I don't want you to feel like you put me out of my way or anything. I promise you, you haven't, so you can get that thought straight out of your head. I'm more than happy to be here with you tonight, and I will stay for as long as it takes until you're feeling better or until you've fallen asleep. Okay? I brought quite a lot of stuff with me, okay? So the first thing I think maybe you could do with getting a little bit cozier. A little bit warmer. So, the summer's kind of basically over now, so it's getting a bit chilly. So I was thinking maybe we could both wrap up in a nice warm blanket. Right? We've got this one, which is grey, and it's got white sausage dogs on it. This is actually brand new. I haven't used it yet. My cousin bought me this one for my birthday, and I wasn't able to see her for months because of lockdown, but I finally saw her yesterday and she gave it to me. So you're more than welcome to use that one if you like. It's really nice, really soft, and grey is actually my favourite colour. I don't know if you knew that. Okay, let's see what else. Got a purple one. This one I don't remember where I got it. It's actually my oldest one. What I love about this one is the deep colour. It's got such a kind of luxurious vibe to it. What do you think? Okay. And one more to show you. This one belongs to my little sister. She is letting me borrow it at the moment. It is a Harry Potter one. It is Gryffindor, I believe. Gryffindor. You can kind of see it here. GR. And then it kind of fades into like light, but you can still kind of just about make it out. That's a Gryffindor one. I kind of think of myself as more of a Ravenclaw or a Hufflepuff. What about you? Yes, Ravenpuff. I think that sounds like me. I think you are kind of Gryffindor / Hufflepuff. Yeah, I know Hufflepuff gets a bit of a bad name. People think it's kindness and, just being good to people. That sounds like you to me. Okay, so yes, which one would you like? Any one you choose. This one? Okay. Right, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it around your shoulders so that you can be warm and cozy. Okay. There you go. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and put one on as well. I think I'm gonna use my new one. Okay, so we can be warm and cozy together. Okay, yes, like 90% of the time when I'm at home, this is what I look like wrapped in a blanket. It's kind of my natural state. Okay, so I hope you're feeling a tiny bit better already. Just at least a bit more comfortable. Okay. Oh yes, the lights. I brought these with me and I stuck them up on your wall, and yeah, I think that you can totally borrow these for as long as you like. It's fine, they're really relaxing, and they actually go through a few different settings. They came with this little controller. Okay, do you want to have a look at a few different ones? Okay. There we go. So that one I pressed number 7. That kind of goes fast. I don't really like that. I have to shoot this over at the wall. Oh, okay. Can you see that? So it's like fast flashing again. I kind of prefer slower. Let's try another one. Okay, now I'm still a tiny bit cold. Are you? Yeah, so I actually brought with me some hot water bottles as well. Okay, I don't know whether you've been feeling a bit unwell or maybe just a bit sad, a bit stressed, but there's nothing quite like a hot water bottle just to give you maximum comfort and coziness. Okay, I've got 3 different types. So we have this one. It's like it's not too whichever one of those you prefer. Okay? And I'll tell you what, I'll pop out to the kitchen in a minute and I'll get it filled up for you, okay? So I'm just going to pop it down for now. Okay. How about that? Good, good. I'm feeling a teensy bit better. Good, good. Well, don't worry, because I'm going to stay here with you for as long as it takes, okay? We are in no rush. And if we're going to spend quite a bit of time together tonight, I think we might get a little bit thirsty, okay? So I also brought some special drinks, okay? I brought 2 different types of hot chocolate. So this one is Malteser hot chocolate, which is by Nestle, I think. Yep. So if you want hot chocolate, I can definitely get you one of these. Or I have, which one I personally prefer, absolute classic, is Cadbury's hot chocolate. And this isn't like an instant powder like the other, this is like proper cocoa powder, I guess. It just gives it more of a richer, fuller, real chocolatey taste. I love it. I actually used to have a cup like that. Like years ago. I think they did them in Easter eggs. Okay, so there's 2 different types of hot chocolate if that's what you fancy. Or potentially we could also go for tea if you, for example, maybe if you don't like milk. This is a bedtime infusion tea by Sainsbury's, and it's naturally caffeine free. It is a blend of chamomile, lemon balm, valerian root with lavender, rose and jasmine petals. So it's a bedtime herbal tea basically. And the box is really pretty as well. Just like really cozy galaxy. Okay, I will show you if I can open the box quietly. Then I'm going to show you what they look like. And they come in these individual packets. Okay, so that is an option. Or there's one more, which is Twinings, Chamomile and Orange. So both of them are chamomile, so they're more kind of about soothing, no caffeine whatsoever, a little hint of lime flower. Okay, yeah, I believe these come in individual packets as well. Let's open it up. Oh no, these actually come like this, in these little triangle bags. This one smells really good. So, yep, triangle baggie. this one. Yeah, that's good actually. That's a good choice. That's what I'm gonna choose as well. Because you've got the chamomile, which is calming and relaxing and soothing, but then you've got it balanced out with the orange, which is like and the lime as well, which is a hit of citrus, so a little bit of a natural energy, a fruity flavour. Yeah, orange definitely tastes nicer than lavender, so yeah, this one's nicer than the other one. Okay, so I'm gonna pop out to the kitchen, get the tea, and I will get the hot water bottle filled up as well. See you in just a sec. Okay, I'm back. How are you doing? Okay. The good thing about this one being so thick and fluffy is that when it's freshly done and it's full of boiling water, I feel like the heat is more evenly kind of distributed, so it's not gonna burn you because it's such thickly padded, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, so here you go. Cool. Okay, I also did get our tea. Just make sure my blanket doesn't fall off. I also did get our tea. Okay. Put it in already to let it steep for a bit. Okay. This is a really cute teapot because it actually comes apart and you have a cup and a teapot in one. So do you want this cup? I have another cup as well, which is a unicorn one. Happy with this one? Okay. There we go. That one's for you. It's really hot, so I'm just going to pop it down on the table. Alright, and then for me I've got a unicorn cup. Okay. Perfect. Just enough for 2 cups. Just pop that down. Okay. So, if you want, we can talk about it. But if you just don't fancy talking about it, that's okay as well. We can just maybe try to take your mind off of it. I know, I've been through something like that as well. It is hard. You will get through it though. I know it doesn't always feel like it. Sometimes it feels like you're just drowning and there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but I promise you there is. And there's no rush. You don't have to put pressure on yourself to get there soon, get there fast. Just take your time and just know that your feelings aren't wrong. Your feelings are completely valid. So yeah, it's okay. It's okay no matter how you're feeling. Just go easy on yourself. Take a break. Maybe you could take some time off work. That's what I think would be a good idea for you. And yeah, just spend a couple of days just chilling out and relaxing, and you don't have to do anything at all that makes you uncomfortable or makes you stressed or makes you anxious or makes you sad. Just, it could just be me and you, just hanging out and not doing much, but just kind of spending time together. Okay, well, I'm gonna pop this down. It's actually a bit too hot at the moment. And something that always makes me feel better is having my hair brushed. So if you want, maybe we could do that. Okay, cool. So and remember, you don't have to do anything at all. Okay, I will just brush your hair. We're gonna get through this together, okay? It doesn't matter at all how long it takes. Just know that you will get there, and I'm gonna be right beside you when you do. And I can come over tomorrow night and the night after that as well if you want me to. And I can be with you throughout this whole journey. I know that you would do the same for me, so don't worry at all. My blanket keeps falling off. When was the last time you had a good night's sleep? Can make a big difference. Trust me, that's something that I know from experience. A good night's sleep, like a good 8 hours of deep sleep, and you can just wake up the next day and things can just be a little bit less foggy, or maybe things just become a little bit more clear. At the very least, you probably have a tiny bit more energy. So maybe if you want, we can try to make sure that you have a good night's sleep tonight. Okay? How's this anyway? Cool, good. I love having my hair brushed. No, it's okay. I'll just do yours tonight. You can do mine next time. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'll pop that down. Do you want me to pass you your tea? In a minute. Okay. So keep this blanket a little bit slippy. It keeps slipping off my shoulders. I actually have something for you. Got this bracelet. I don't know if maybe you wanted to borrow it, or to be honest, you can just keep it. So it's a Chakra Bracelet. Okay. And for some reason, I don't really know why, it's got a little elephant or a necklace one similar, and I find that it helps to keep me a bit more in balance, just purely because just by looking at it I remember about my chakras, you know. So I guess it's kind of like a placebo effect, but just by having it on, keep your chakras in mind. So yeah, that one there, violet, I think, is the crown chakra, which is actually above your head. This one, indigo, would be the third eye chakra, which is about there. This one, blue, is here, your throat chakra. The green one is for your heart. Then this brownish one, although kind of brownish yellow, that one is known as your solar plexus, which is like in your belly, but above your belly button, so your upper belly. Then we have orange, which is your sacral chakra, which is like your lower belly, pelvis area. Then you have the red one for your root. So yeah, just by wearing it, I find that it does help to pull me into alignment. Whether it works like for real or whether it's a placebo, either way, I do find that it helps. So there we go, that's for you. Perfect. Okay. So we have a few different options of what we could do. We could either talk, you could just talk to me about how you're feeling and I could just listen. Or if you don't really feel like doing that, you could watch something on TV. Or we could read bedtime stories. Like children's stories. I love doing this. I know I'm actually 30 now, but I still love reading bedtime stories. There's just something really wholesome and calming about it. Maybe because it, takes me back to my childhood. That's probably it. But yeah, if your eyes are getting tired and heavy, that might be a better option for us. I almost forgot. Hold still. I did bring some chocolate bars as well. So this is dairy milk whole nut. And this is one of the new flavours that I haven't tried yet, the coconut one. So yeah, if you like, we can definitely snack on those. We could try them. Yeah, shall I open them up? Piece for you and piece for me. This is my favourite one of all time. Sorry, it is a bit melty. I probably should have put it in the fridge. Okay, so that one, I'll just pop it down over here. Help yourself do that at any point. I don't have chocolate around my mouth, do I? Okay, no, you don't. You're fine. You're fine. And I haven't tried this one, and I don't really know what to expect. Let's just give it a go. I'm probably just gonna have a tiny piece of this. Okay, so piece for you. Cool, a piece for me. Okay, it looks like it's got biscuit pieces in it. That's kind of weird because at first I could not taste the coconut at all, but then it did start to come through. So it says milk chocolate with coconut, biscuit crumb and white chocolate coated cereal balls. It's not too bad. I could taste the biscuit pieces like straight away. Could you? And then the coconut is more like an aftertaste. So I'll put that one down as well and just help yourself, okay? So here's your tea. I'm just going to drink mine now. That's really good. So yeah, are we settled on stories? That's fine. Yeah, I actually love reading them, so if you love listening to them, then that's kind of perfect. Okay, I'll just put my tea down. I have this one. 365 bedtime stories and rhymes. 365 bedtime stories and rhymes. I mean, I know it's technically for children, but yeah, like I said, there's something really relaxing and soothing. I think it's because the stories are so, like, they're simple and they usually have a good message, rather than, like, I like reading, like, proper adult books as well, but they make you think harder and you have to follow along, like, lots of complex bits. So when you're just not really in the mood, but you just want a simple story, I find that turning to things like this is helpful. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Okay, yes, so let's try and find a good one. I could read through the titles and then you just tell me when one of them jumps out. It sounds interesting, okay? So the first one is Goldilocks and the Three Bears, which I think everyone knows that story. Okay, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Bed in Summer, Golden Slumbers, Bedtime, Red Sky at Night, Now the Day is Over, Troll 234, The Little Red Hen, Counting Stars, Lion's First Day, The Butterfly Ballerina, Oranges and Lemons, do oranges and lemons. I think it's a rhyme. Page 26. I don't know if I'm gonna sing it, okay? I might just say it. It's really short actually, it's only one paragraph. Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clement's. You owe me 5 farthings, say the bells of St. Martin's. When will you pay me, say the bells of Old Bailey. When I grow rich, say the bells of Shoreditch. Okay, what else? How about How the Leopard Got Its Spots? It's a story and it's 2 pages. Okay, yeah, don't worry, just lay back. That's fine, just lay back and chill out. You've got your tea, you've got some chocolate, you've got your hot water bottle. Don't worry about anything at all. And if you feel like just closing your eyes and nodding off, that's fine. And I'm not gonna leave you. I'm gonna pretty much stay here with you for as long as you need. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you know that. Okay, how the leopard got its spots. Long ago, leopard lived on a sandy yellow plain in Africa. Giraffes and zebras and deer lived there too. The animals were sandy yellow all over, just like the plain itself. Leopard was sandy yellow too, which wasn't good for the rest of the animals because he could hide in the sandy yellow grasses and then jump out and eat them. After a while, the other animals had had enough. They decided to move away from the sandy plain into the forest. In the forest, the sun shone through the trees, making stripy, spotty, patchy shadows on the ground. The animals hid themselves there, and while they hid, their skins changed colour, becoming stripy, spotty, and patchy too. Meanwhile, Leopard was hungry. "Where has everyone gone?" he asked Baboon. "To the forest," said Baboon carelessly, "to hide from you." Leopard decided to go to the forest to hunt for his dinner. But when he got there, all he could see were tree trunks. They were stripy, spotty, and patchy with shadows. He couldn't see the other animals, but he could smell them, so he knew they were there. Meanwhile, the other animals could easily spot the sandy yellow leopard in the forest, so they stayed hidden away. Hungry, tired, Leopard lay down in a spotty shadow to rest. After a while, he noticed he wasn't sandy yellow anymore. He had small dark spots on his skin, just like the spotty shadow he was laying in. Aha, he thought. Giraffe and zebra and the other animals must have changed skin colour too. But now that my skin is no longer sandy yellow, I can hide too. Then, when they come close, I can leap out and eat them. With that, the spotty leopard set off in the shadowy forest to eat, sleep, and not be spotted. And the other animals learned to hide from him as best as they could too. I don't know if maybe that's a true story, if that's really what happened. I thought it was going to be more of a cuter story than that. I didn't realise it was going to be about animals eating each other. Okay. Let's do Sheep's Bad Mood. I think it's just one page. Yeah. Sheep. I'll show you the picture, by the way. Okay, can you see it? Sorry, I just can't really hold it up that high because it's quite heavy. So I'm gonna hold it down here while I read it. Okay, Sheep's bad mood. Sheep was in a bad mood. His friends on the farm tried to cheer him up, but their jokes didn't help. Sheep just felt as if there was a growly bear inside him, trying to get out. I have an idea, said Horse, who was very clever about this sort of thing. Try doing some hard work. How can hard work help? Sheep grumbled. But no one had any better ideas, so Sheep decided to give it a try. He carried baskets of eggs for the chickens. He lifted bales of hay for the horses. He rode in the tractor with the farmer. He worked so hard that he started to forget about his bad mood. And at bedtime, when all the weary farm animals snuggled down in the barn, Horse noticed that Sheep was smiling. Has it gone? Asked Horse. Has what gone? Yawned Sheep. Your bad mood, said Horse, chuckling loudly. But there was no reply. Sheep was already fast asleep. That one's a bit long. The Grand Old Duke of York. I remember that one. The Grand Old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. That's just silly. Okay. I'm just gonna keep looking for cute little stories. Okay, Little Sheep. I'll show you the pictures. Okay, Little Sheep couldn't sleep, not a wink, not a peep, tossing, turning all night through. What a poor little sheep to do. Owl came by, old and wise, said, Silly sheep, use your eyes. You're lying in a field of sheep. Try counting them to help you sleep. 7, 4, 13, 10. That's not right. I'll start again. Till daylight came, awake he lay, and vowed he'd learn to count next day. Okay, house. Maybe I'll do 2 more. There's Cinderella, but that one's long. Okay, this one's kind of jumping out to me. It's called The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Okay, it's a story for 2 pages, and I've not heard this before, so I don't know what this is about. Once a young boy named Franz worked as an apprentice to a sorcerer. Every day, the sorcerer gave Franz a long list of chores to do around the castle, while he disappeared into his workshop to chant spells or journeyed to nearby villages. But Franz wanted to learn magic. He knew the sorcerer kept a spell book in his workshop, and he longed to read it. So he decided to sneak a look the next time the sorcerer went out. One day, as the sorcerer was getting ready to leave the castle, he ordered Franz to clean the the water from the well with this bucket, then carry it to the big stone container in the hall," he said. "When the container is full of water, scrub the floor with this broom." As soon as the sorcerer left, Franz rushed to get his master's spell book. Inside, Franz saw a spell that could bring objects to life. "The broom could clean the floor by itself," he cried excitedly. As Franz chanted the spell, the broom suddenly sprouted little arms and leapt into action. He carried the bucket to the well and fetched water to fill the container. After a while, Franz noticed that the container was overflowing. There was water all over the floor. "Stop," he shouted, but the broom didn't stop. Panicking, Franz grabbed an axe and chopped the broom into small pieces. But the little pieces of broom grew arms too soon. Soon there was an army of new brooms. The sorcerer returned just as the overflowing water reached Franz's knees. "Please forgive me, master," Franz cried. "I just wanted to try magic." The sorcerer was angry. He chanted a spell, and in an instant the brooms all vanished and the water disappeared. "You have much to learn," the sorcerer told Franz sternly. "I promise to work very hard," the apprentice replied. "Very well," replied the sorcerer. "You can start by cleaning this floor the old-fashioned way." Okay, what is the lesson there? Alright, let's do one more. This isn't gonna count, but I'm gonna do this one anyway. This is "She Sells Seashells," which is a tiny, nursery rhyme. Tongue twister. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are seashells, I'm sure. For if she sells seashells on the seashore, then I'm sure she sells seashore shells. I kind of got muddled up then. But I recently found out that nursery rhyme is based on a lady called Mary Anning, and she opened up a fossil shop on the Jurassic Coast near where I live, so that's kind of cool. I'm trying to find one that's kind of like a medium length one. I think I'm going to skip to the back and start looking from the back. This one's actually kind of long, but I love Aladdin, so this one's based on Aladdin. Okay. Once upon a time, a boy named Aladdin lived with his mother. They were very poor and often hungry. One day, a man visited them, saying he was Aladdin's long-lost uncle. When he told Aladdin he would help him make his fortune, Aladdin and his mother were delighted. Aladdin travelled with him into the desert until they came to a rock. The man pushed it aside, revealing a hidden cave. "Climb down into this cave and fetch me my old brass lamp," the man said. "Don't touch anything except for the lamp. Wear this magic ring to protect you." Aladdin did as he was told. The cave was filled with gold and jewels, but Aladdin touched nothing. At last he found an old brass lamp and carried it back to the cave entrance. "Pass it to me," his uncle said. "Then I will help you out." But Aladdin wanted his uncle to let him out first. Then he said he would give him the lamp. This made his uncle angry. "Fool," the man roared, and he rolled the rock back over to the cave, trapping Aladdin inside. "Uncle," Aladdin cried, "let me out." "I'm not your uncle," said the man. "I'm a sorcerer. Stay there for good if you won't give me the lamp." As Aladdin wrung his hands in despair, he rubbed the magic ring on his finger. Suddenly, a genie sprang out and asked, "What do you require, master?" Astonished, Aladdin told the genie to take him home. In a flash, Aladdin was outside his mother's house. Still poor and hungry, Aladdin polished the old lamp, hoping to sell it to get money for food. But as he rubbed the lamp, another genie jumped out. This time, Aladdin asked for food and money so that he and his mother could live in comfort. Life went on happily until one day, Aladdin fell hopelessly in love with the emperor's beautiful daughter. But how could he, Aladdin, marry a princess? Suddenly, he had an idea. He asked the genie of the lamp for gifts to give to the princess. When the princess thanked Aladdin for the gifts, she fell in love with him too. They were soon married, and Aladdin asked the genie to build them a beautiful palace. Hearing that a wealthy stranger had married the princess, the wicked sorcerer guessed that Aladdin must have escaped with the lamp. One day, when Aladdin was out, the sorcerer disguised himself as a poor tradesman. He stood outside the palace calling out, "New lamps for old, new lamps for old." Aladdin's wife gave her husband's old brass lamp to the sorcerer, who snatched it away and rubbed the lamp. He commanded the genie to carry the palace and the princess far away. "Oh no," cried Aladdin, when he discovered his wife and his home were gone. Quickly he rubbed the magic ring to make the genie appear. "Please bring back my wife and palace," Aladdin pleaded. "Sorry, master, I can't," said the genie. "I am less powerful than the genie of the lamp." "Then take me to her and I'll win her back," Aladdin cried. At once he found himself in a strange city, but outside his own palace. Through a window he saw his wife crying and the sorcerer sleeping. Aladdin crept into the palace. He grabbed the magic lamp and rubbed it. "What do you require, master?" asked the genie. "Take us right back home," Aladdin said, "and shut this wicked sorcerer in the cave for 1,000 years. In a moment, the palace was back where it belonged. With the sorcerer gone, Aladdin and the princess were safe, and they never needed to call on the genie again. Okay, I'm going to pop this book down now because it's quite